Welcome, one and all, to the latest episode of A Weird World. My name is Dean.
Aaron. I'm Carrie.
I'm Jack.
We are going to bring you a story, a mystery, an unsolved mystery, I believe, right?
I don't know.
Are we going to crack it?
know. I don't know, something like that. Maybe I'm giving too much away. But Carrie is going to bring it to us with a wry sense of humor. I don't know if that's true.
It's actually an Australian story, which we don't do a lot of Australian stories, do we?
We have.
I feel like we do.
Bogle
Not a
Chandler.
For Americans?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
do.
We've done a few.
Oh, okay. This is the first Australian story I have personally done.
Okay.
And it's about two sisters. What?
I thought of another Australian story.
Harold Holt.
Harold Holt.
Those
No, we haven't done Harold
kids.
Holt yet.
I thought we did.
No. But we did that murder in Sydney from that woman in the 1970s. God damn it, I can't remember. It's a really good one.
Was it Jeanette something?
No.
Or?
But go on, sorry.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Two sisters were named Margaret and Jeannie.
Margaret and Jeannie.
They were the middle children. Their father became one of the wealthiest men in Australia.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Do we have a year yet?
Her father, his name was Peter Clement. He came to Australia from Scotland with his brothers and sisters during the gold rush of the 1850s. There you go, Dean.
Oh.
Australia had a gold rush in the 1850s?
Yeah.
Son of a...
So did we.
No, ours was mostly...
1840s.
49.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, though.
Yep.
So, wow.
What a
Weird timing.
coinkydink.
What?
What a coinkydink.
Yeah. or was it?
Yeah. I don't know. It is kind of a coincidence.
Yeah, it is.
But I guess at the same time, everybody decided to start looking for gold, I'm guessing.
So this episode is about the gold rush of the 1850s?
Yes. Peter first worked as a bullock driver.
What's that?
I was just going to say, does anybody know what a bullock driver is? Bullocks? I had to look it up, and it was not easy to decipher.
Oh.
Isn't it oxen? No?
Yeah,
I thought it was-
or it could be cows or something.
Okay.
But they pull. Gosh darn it!
They pull wagons and stuff?
They pull Sandra Bullock,
They do sometimes.
They do, and but
Away from her scumbag husband.
ex-husband.
but transporting stuff.
Yeah, wagons.
Oh,
Wagons.
goodness.
Okay.
Yeah,
Modern
why
day
did that take
UPS.
us so long to
Old
formulate?
Yeah,
UPS.
that was really pretty basic, but
Well, so anyway, this was in and around Walhalla. I'm assuming that's how you say it.
probably not. But
It's
go
like Valhalla with a W instead of a V.
ahead. Okay, sounds like a mistranslation.
And he began accepting payment in shares in a gold mine
Oh,
for people that owed him money. I'm assuming for bullock driving.
sure. Yeah, he'd drive the bullocks, gonna be cash, give me shares of your gold mine.
Yep.
One of you boys is going to hit the lottery.
Yep, this was called Long Tunnel Gold Mine, and after he initially received some shares as a payment for debts, he basically started to buy shares, and the mine became one of the richest in Australia.
Lucky.
So Peter became very rich
So
too.
he won the lottery.
Yep.
In November of 1876, he married a 16-year-old girl named Jane,
That's not okay.
Lassie.
How old was he?
43.
Nice, nice,
Yep.
nice. Still weren't a lot of women in Australia by then, probably.
Probably not. He purchased a place called Prospect Station in South Gippsland, 4,220 acres worth.
Damn.
And so I looked up what a station is.
Station's with a
Isn't it?
sheep. You raise sheep. It's like a ranch.
Yeah, basically what we would call a ranch here. And it has something to
Yeah.
do with like grazing and
Yes.
stuff. And
They were so arid.
so people could pay
Yeah.
you.
So much of Australia that land
Yeah.
was just. Well, that became true here too as land started getting
Dust
gobbled
Bowl,
up.
baby.
No, as land started
I don't
getting
know.
taken and owned,
Yeah.
it became. Eventually, they'd have lotteries to
Oh, God.
buy stations because it just became
Yeah.
so restricted. Usable land.
Right. Well, this covered 20 square kilometers in the
big one.
Sea Spray area, where that is. But he continued just buying land.
Yeah.
whenever and wherever he could. So he and Jane obviously got down to having a bunch of babies.
Obviously.
So they got married in 76. In 77, they had their first child, Flora. And then in 79 and 81, they had Jeannie and Margaret.
Wait a minute. The fact that you only listed 2 at the beginning and there's 3 now makes me something bad happened to Flora. Where's Flora?
Nothing. Why?
Why'd you only list? Why didn't you list her in the beginning?
She
then?
just didn't mention her, that's all.
Oh, yeah. No, because
okay.
there's other ones too.
She dies. Flora dies.
No, Flora's okay.
Probably back in those
Well,
days.
she's
like
not
a
okay now,
50,
but-
50
Yeah.
chance.
She's still alive. She's 273.
We are going
I
to
can't math.
No.
we're going to end up focusing on Jeannie and Margaret, but
Okay.
so there's so far we have Flora, Jeannie, and Margaret. Then 2 years later, after Margaret, they have William Scott, and then Peter Scott Jr.
What? Oh.
in 1885. The last baby, Anna, was born in 1879, and shortly after Anna's birth, the father, Peter, collapsed and died while speaking to his overseer on Prospect Station.
You sound almost happy about that.
Well,
I'm not happy or sad about it.
Okay.
It's just what happened.
he was a 48-year-old or whatever, married to a 16-year-old.
43. Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. So Jane, at 30 years old, was a widow with 6 young little children.
And a big old ranch.
A
station.
big old ranch. However, Peter left behind a complicated will. So Jane was not a wealthy widow. In fact, he pretty much cheated her.
What?
Bitch.
She initially got 200 pounds.
Jesus.
His sister got 1,000 pounds.
That's bullshit.
Yes. He left his brothers and a niece each 500 pounds. And even his cousin's children got 250 pounds each.
Damn.
His wife got 200 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yes.
Why?
She got an annuity. I mean, that was just the upfront cash that
Yeah.
she got. She would get an annuity of another 200 pounds for the children.
Yeah.
So that's for a whole year, right?
Yeah. I don't.
For
Wouldn't she own the
for
land,
6
though?
children. No. And the 200
You think they'd give a woman a land?
Yeah.
Women can own
no.
land.
Yeah.
The 200 pounds annuity would be reduced to 100 pounds if she got remarried.
Yeah.
No, the lands and property were to be sold and the money invested to be made available to the children when they become of age, which was 21.
Jeez.
His executors pretty much followed his instructions, but they did retain some of his properties, meaning they didn't sell them until the youngest child, Anna, reached 21. So at that point, they sold everything and distributed it to the children.
To the kids. So
To the
Jane
kids.
didn't get anything.
No.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And so once Jane became of age, then I'm guessing, Anna became of age, Jane's annuity would probably stop, right? If that was
Imagine.
for taking care
Except
of
for
the
the
kids.
200. Yeah, well, okay.
Hopefully she was socking some away
Let's hope.
during those years because it was a long time. It was almost 21. It was probably about 20 years or so because it was shortly after Anna was born that Peter died. So anyway, she left the ranch, obviously, and she bought a house and raised the children there in the nearby town of Sale. Then Flora got married and went away. And when Jeannie and Margaret each became 21, Jane took them on a tour of Europe. I don't know what she did with the 3 kids left at home.
What?
I'm sure she used their money, right?
She probably couldn't afford it.
No. Because finally the money was available to them, and
Did you mention this is in Victoria?
it was said the girls spent the money like water.
Did they?
No, I didn't say it was in Victoria.
You should have mentioned.
Why?
Some people can place it in Australia where it is. South.
I figure if somebody's in Australia, they know where Walhalla and Sale is.
Do they?
And like most people out of Australia even know where Victoria is.
Southern.
I don't know where it is.
Great.
Eastern
I don't know
Australia.
where anything is.
So it's it's where Melbourne is.
I was going to say,
Melbourne.
I know nothing of the geography or history of Australia,
Okay.
Expose
except
yourself.
prisoners were transported there and
Steve
Queen.
Irwin.
And
I mean, are they still connected to England?
no, not in any official way. I think they're part of the British Commonwealth, and they have the Queen come over when we once in a while and see waves with her special wave.
Is she on their money?
They're
Maybe.
in
I think
Eurovision
so.
for some weird reason.
They are?
I think so, right?
I don't know.
Probably. Yeah, I don't understand Canada either.
Okay.
Just so you know.
All right.
Okay, so the girls were spending money like water.
Water.
They were suddenly part of the Victorian, there you go, there's your Victoria Dean, squatocracy.
Squatocracy.
They,
What? What's squat?
It's squatters. They.
Oh, they-
Yes, some people. I don't know what
They
they
fancy.
weren't. It sounds like they got all their land legally and above board and bought it.
yeah, they did, but
Maybe they hang around with the squat.
Yeah, land was the.
That's weird.
Sheep stations were the quickest way to get rich for a poor person, or at least to get
yeah.
a decent living.
They entertained influential guests. They toured the Far East and Europe
Wow.
again. They bought antiques in China and Japan and had them shipped back to Melbourne. They were social butterflies.
They were
And
idiots.
they traveled the world buying expensive things.
They sold all the land, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not a smart move
Yeah.
why?
because they're
they
eating
have no
into their
income.
principal.
Well, of
hugely.
course. Yeah.
I mean, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Rich
Well,
people aren't smart.
We're not saying they're
yeah.
geniuses.
Yeah. I mean, the executors originally sold most of the land and invested the money for them.
Yeah.
But once they became of age,
Yeah, so they're spending their
they got everything.
their
Yeah.
principal.
Yeah.
Well, on shit, on stuff that's not going to hold its value properly.
Yeah.
I don't like where they're going.
Well, they became Edwardian Society hostesses and had lavish gatherings serving gourmet food to guests from Melbourne. In a letter from Margaret to her brothers, she said that they had been to Buckingham Palace and were presented at court to King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra.
So this is now early 1900s
I guess, who was Edward VII?
after Victoria.
Uh-huh. And
So
I
one
went
of
to
her
Las
kids.
Vegas and hung out with Mike fucking Tyson. All right, Jeannie and Margaret.
They bought tigers and had mansions.
Well, in 1907, with the help of their brother Peter, they bought a property called Tulare, Tullaree. It was a big, beautiful house, and I think they had some land too with it. A previous owner had selected the land shortly after he had stolen 5,000 solid gold sovereigns from a mail steamer, a ship, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
That was a lot of old-timey words. in one
Yeah.
I like
sentence.
all of them.
Well,
Solid money.
gold coins.
Well, I can figure that
Yeah.
out, but like
Sovereigns are gold coins.
cold.
Sovereigns just meaning like
Probably
from
because
some
they had
government,
yeah.
from some,
Yeah,
They probably had a queen on them,
probably.
yeah.
sovereign on them.
But I imagine their worth was only the gold, right? I mean, they weren't
I
legal
don't know.
tender.
I don't fucking know.
So anyway, he stashed the gold around the property, and some of it had.
No, it's a gold coin of the United Kingdom
Oh, okay.
with a nominal value of £1 sterling, struck from 1817 until the present time. It was a anyway. So yeah,
okay. Yeah.
I guess they're worth a pound. 5,000 pounds was a shit ton of money though.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so some of his treasure stashes were found on the property.
Oh,
Like they dug them up. X marks the spot.
Well, previous owners had.
Oh,
You know,
Okay.
between owners
Yeah.
between him and Jeannie and Margaret.
could you imagine?
Yeah. By the time Jeannie and Margaret bought it in 1907, the land had been thoroughly searched and
Oh, the gold was
found
gone.
found whatever stashes had been left. So one of these previous owners had built a 14-room mansion on the 2,000 acres. So was now Jeannie and Margaret's home. The land was basically reclaimed as swamp.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was rich and fertile. And so, it was, I guess, good for grazing sheep and cattle.
Yeah.
Peter, who I imagine had plenty of money himself, but like I said, he helped them buy the house and became the manager. of their property. They also had 11 staff, 2 cooks, 3 maids, 2 manservants,
I bet they were.
Oh, yeah.
One for each, you know what I'm saying?
a butler, a groom, and 2 gardeners.
Jesus.
They had a
Well, they got
state.
2,000 acres, I guess.
Yeah.
Just 2 gardeners for 2,000
Actually, they need
acres.
more.
Manser.
Well, that was their household staff.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
Was
So-
it being worked as a ranch? Is 2,000
Yeah.
acres?
I
Well,
don't. Well, as far as I know, I'm not sure.
Was it a full-fledged
They had
station?
horses and stuff. I don't know if.
There weren't like sheep. I mean, sheep
Yeah.
ranching was the dominant.
Sheepy.
I don't know if they. I think they did.
Okay.
I don't know if it was sheep or cattle, but because there's something in here that refers to it.
The llama.
But anyway, like I said, they had the
be
stable of
fun.
beautiful horses and an elegant gig, which I think is like the
It's like
I
a
want
little
to say
open
cart,
wagon
but
kind of
yeah,
thing.
like the
Oh.
It's like a car.
yeah.
An
Well,
elegant
it's-
gig.
Nice.
It's like a sports
Yeah.
car. I think it's nice, isn't it?
It had a
Aren't they
convertible.
No, it's to be pulled by horses.
I know, Carrie.
Oh, okay.
Right.
No,
I like
I
it.
mean he means like
Oh,
it's
okay.
like the sports car
of the time.
of gigs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then
Although in 1900 something now, there were, I don't know. I guess there were
no,
cars weren't.
1907, people weren't.
No.
Yes, there were cars. People were driving.
But was it-
It was in the early days.
Was it the mass?
Yeah, it was very early,
Yeah.
and they were out in the country
That's true.
on a ranch and stuff. So,
They had swamp, reclaimed swamp.
Yeah.
They did.
but later they would buy new motor cars, and then they had to hire a chauffeur.
Ah,
Of course.
On shopping days, they would be driven into Sale, and they would stay out in probably their elegant motor car, and merchants would literally bring stuff out to them.
No.
So
For them
curbside pickup.
to look at.
They
Hey.
invented
Yep.
curbside pickup.
Nice.
Yeah, they're ahead of their time.
Yep, they were treated like royalty, and they loved it. Nowhere does it say like were they nice or were they assholes. I'm not really sure.
I would say
Um,
they're
Mom.
Probably
What?
yeah,
They
probably
were
more than
extrapolate.
B. They're running around buying shit and having it sent home.
Yes, but
Come on now.
They felt the need to stay inside their
Yes,
gig.
exactly. Karen, really? Hi, thanks for coming out. Here's a big tip. I'm so
can't
nice to
use
you.
my-
Fetch me my slippers. I could not think of something.
well,
Terry, they had manservants. I rest my case. Go ahead.
that's true. Although if I could afford it, I might have manservants too.
Oh,
I'm right here, Carrie. Jesus.
she emphasized that man
She
part.
did.
She said man
And
service.
clearly, I thought.
Well, they attended garden parties and entertained
that?
people in high places. Parties and gardens.
There
Yeah.
you go. It's really self-explanatory.
They probably serve tea and petit fours.
And
had-
cucumber sandwiches.
Uh-huh,
and Ricky
possibly.
Nelson sang for them, I believe.
Oh, I like that song. Well, he's dead now. And it was sad.
You weren't broken up about the other guy dying.
That was a
but- okay.
roller coaster.
Well, yeah. So Tuileries basically became the family gathering place for the whole family. The youngest sister, Anna, came to live with them and would join them on their European trips, to buy fine things. Peter stayed their manager until 1912 when he got married and moved away. So at that point, the girls had to hire a farm manager. And, since there was no man there to take care of
He
things
wasn't
for
a
them,
servant.
Yeah.
they ended up with unscrupulous
Oh,
farm
no.
managers
Uh-oh.
who began selling off the good cattle
What?
and replacing them with inferior stock.
Why?
Why would that benefit them in any way, or were
They're
they
probably-
just bad
they're
at their
probably
job?
skinny.
They would
difference,
pocket,
maybe?
pocket the
Skim
money.
the
So,
top.
it's a crappy cattle. We only got 300 pounds. I don't even know. And they really got 500. No idea if those monetary units make any sense whatsoever. but
And only a man could fix that.
obviously,
apparently.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah. Well, if Peter was there, it wouldn't have happened because he was managing the livestock. I'm guessing.
And because he's a man.
Yep.
I'm glad we're in
Uh-huh.
agreement here. Okay.
Rustlers moved in and broke down fences.
Rustlers too?
Yep. Word got out that the Clement sisters were ripe for the picking.
Yo,
Well,
rob
it sounds
them.
like whether they're male or female, they weren't clued in how to run
no.
that business. So
Yeah.
they were easy marks.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to the other brothers.
They said, fuck
They have
you.
families. They live.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, they
They
can't
must have.
It's game,
worry about their
bitch.
two weird, lonely spinster sisters.
Honestly, yeah.
Well, and then, wars happened. So that probably had something to do with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Gallipoli.
I know Peter ended up going somewhere,
Gallipoli.
fighting in the war and stuff,
I'm getting trench foot.
Probably.
and shell shock. So stuff started to be let go and neglected. Probably the worst was they started neglecting the drainage.
No.
And since
Swampy
it was
baby.
reclaimed swampland, you know what that means.
Mosquitoes and gators.
Well,
Well,
Skeeter gators.
the sisters,
Oh, sci-fi just got a new idea for a movie.
Skeeter Gators.
Yep. And no gators in Australia.
yeah.
Actually, no crocodiles either. This is down in
is
Victoria.
it inland, isn't it?
It's Victoria. There's not gonna be any scientists way down there.
Why are there no crocs there?
It's not. This is much more like a temperate climate. It's not croc country. I'm pretty sure there's no crocs down there.
I don't
I'm
know
almost
about
positive
such
there's not.
things. Well, the sisters still maintained their extravagant lifestyle because what are you going to do?
Yep. Not buy Japanese prints.
Not change anything about myself whatsoever when it's going all wrong.
Well, they started selling stuff off. They sold off some of the land and over the years took out several mortgages.
Jeez.
One of the mortgage holders was a Melbourne solicitor and sporting identity, Ross Gray Smith.
Well, that's
Sporting identity?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
he's not an athlete.
Is it Ross Graysmith or Ross Gray Smith?
Like
Ross Gray Smith.
Okay.
Is that like an old timey like influencer?
Probably.
Maybe.
Honestly,
Maybe. He bought some of the land?
Well, he sold them a mortgage.
Oh, okay.
So he paid about $27,000 for the mortgage, but Margaret retained a caveat that prevented transfer of the title without her approval, which was kind of smart. And then the sisters ended up waging a long-running legal battle over this mortgage because, they were pretty much determined never to leave Tuileries. I don't know. In 1930, there will be other mortgages and caveats to come.
Okay.
In 1913, Anna, who was the youngest sister, she got married. She married a sailor. And shortly after, he went off to fight in the First World War. So he left. She had a baby, a little boy named Clement. Her marriage didn't last long. And I think after the war, her husband moved to America where he became a radio announcer
what?
Without her?
without her.
Well, they
Really?
divorced.
Bitch.
Yeah, no, they never really divorced.
Wait, what was,
Really?
what was Margaret's and Jeannie's last name?
Clement.
Okay, I thought so. So the kid was Clement, but it wasn't because his
No.
dad's name.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they named
His-
it. So they named his first name was
Her maiden
her
name.
maiden name.
Mhm. His name is Clement Carnahan,
Okay.
if you must know.
I must not.
Well, now you do.
So in the 1920s, Jeannie and Margaret's fortunes really began to slide.
Well,
They had debts greater than they could pay, and they started putting even more mortgages on the property. The amount owed remained smaller than the total value of the property. So,
barely, probably by this time.
yeah. So in time, when the bank sold off the mortgage, they were able to go to court and obtain another caveat, allowing them to stay there.
Okay.
So, but they still were very cash poor. They didn't have any
Yeah.
money. And they weren't able to pay their employees, and they had no idea how to run the farm.
Jeez.
So, they had to let most, if not all of their employees go. And so basically the swamp reclaimed,
went.
reclaimed their
Jeez.
land. The blackberries, thistles, and tea tree, which seriously, they could have bottled that stuff and made some money.
Sounds pleasant.
If they went forward in time, sure.
I'm sure people were using tea tree oil
Okay.
in those days. We didn't make it up now.
Maybe, yeah. Just maybe white people weren't doing it.
yeah.
They had Yankee candle trees too. I don't
Exactly.
understand.
Yes.
Well, anyway, these things were clogging up the drains, and the muddy water took over the paddocks. The house, luckily, sat on a rise, So it was at a higher level, and it basically became an island.
Wow.
Yep. So,
Swamp house. Get out me swamp.
yep. So the sisters basically became recluses on their land.
So they went kind of rural Grey Gardens.
Exactly.
You guys,
yes.
I really wish freshwater crocodiles did live there because they could literally have a moat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be lit.
That'd be pretty
I'm
cool.
mad. We got to introduce them down there just for that.
No, I don't think they want that. Just kidding.
And how come there hasn't been a movie about this?
I don't
You
know.
know.
Maybe there has.
I know. It literally could be the Australian Grey Gardens.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Only with a twist.
Yeah. The house was well designed and it was made of brick. So it was holding up, but it was still being neglected. And the timbers were rotting because it was constantly damp, because
Ugh.
of all the swamp waters.
Oh, imagine the smell.
Yep. Well, and listen to
Musty.
this. With the land covered in water, the snakes and rats headed for high ground
Oh.
and settled into the house with Margaret and Jeannie.
And these are Australian
Sweet.
snakes and rats.
Yes.
Yeah.
They saying rats?
So they're probably venomous. I mean, the rats, even in Australia, because everything is.
Yeah, they
Just like
figured it
the
out.
whole food web is inside their house.
Honestly.
That
Well,
would be cool.
in addition to the snakes and rats, they shared their home with a host of cats
Aw.
The
Jeez.
racist, the terrorist, what else?
and
What terrible things are in there.
and Margaret's little dog that she loved so much named Dingo.
Oh, dingo.
Feel bad for
Dingo got my baby. So, if you
So-
say it different, it has a different meaning.
Yes. Jeannie and Margaret had no income, basically. So
Sell the snakes.
yeah. I don't and they other than the house, I don't think they had anything left to sell. So they basically lived on handouts from their family to survive. So at this time, when all of this started happening, their mother was still alive.
Oh.
Damn.
Once a week.
They try to borrow money from her. Bitches?
Yeah.
I got nothing.
She didn't have money.
Yeah.
Well, she probably still got us. Well, maybe, I don't know. I would think she would still have a small annuity, but I'm not sure. She had something to live on. Every week she would send a food parcel to them. I guess mail didn't go directly to their home.
Yeah.
It went to a nearby town.
No, yeah, the mail guy's like,
Didn't-
I am not walking through a swamp
Yeah.
to get to your
Fuck
house,
that.
bitches. Sorry.
So once a week, they would hitch up their skirts and wade through the water and then walk 11 kilometers
oh, my Lord.
to get the food parcel from their mom
Damn.
of baked beans and bread.
Baked beans, man.
Yeah.
As time went on, the water would get deeper and deeper, and eventually they were wading through chest-high water.
Get a boat. You guys.
Yeah, get a raft.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
A
Yeah.
boogie board. Come
A
on.
boogie board. They had
At
this.
this
They're
point.
invented there.
The next thing they know, they're gonna be doing the fucking butterfly through the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also
well,
invented there.
Yeah.
so the house was getting more and more dilapidated.
Shut up.
Shout out to stuff you missed in history.
Yeah.
Dilapidated. The roof was leaking, windows were smashed,
Yeesh.
and like we said, the house was surrounded by the swamp.
Who smashed the windows?
The rats and snakes.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
They had parties at their house. There's nothing you can do
Yeah.
about it. They're terrorized.
And they didn't have any choice but to wear their, fine clothing because they probably didn't have
Not fine
Not fine.
clothing.
Yeah.
dungarees and
Yeah.
So they just had to wear their expensive, beautiful clothes until they just became tattered and rags and
Swampy.
I guess they tried patching them as best they could.
Jesus.
But so the garden, which was once the best in the region, remember those garden
Yeah.
parties with fancy
And
people?
those gardeners.
Yep. They became buried in blackberry scrub.
Oh, that's
as,
fun.
As high as the house
Jesus
Whoa.
H.
in some parts. And the scrub even entered in through broken windows.
What?
I
They're
know.
living in a haunted house. Like,
I
It'd
know.
be cool to see.
But also, how lazy are they? You think they'd have tools and stuff.
to
and,
close a window.
and shears and,
I mean,
you know.
they're willing to
Pretty
wade
lazy.
through chest
I
deep water and
know.
walk 11 kilometers to go get food. They can't snip a few branches.
Exactly.
I'm confused too.
Maybe they just liked the aesthetic.
Honestly,
Maybe,
it doesn't
maybe.
sound like the worst aesthetic if you can deal with snakes and rats.
Snakes and rats. Yeah,
Well,
Snakes and
this,
rats.
the
Hard
sisters
pass.
started to gain some notoriety.
as
Around
local
town.
psychos.
Honestly, yeah, the witches in the hut out back.
Uh-huh. And the media would make the difficult journey out to Tuileries to interview the ladies of the swamp. And Margaret said, I will stay in my house with my books and my dog for the rest of my life.
That's all you need.
Yep.
Go to a new house.
She's,
Bring the books and dogs there.
Yep. So their mother died in 1937. By 1947, both of their brothers were dead. And then, their other sisters were married and doing their own thing. So that's when they were completely on their own. And then, and by the way, I said Peter went to the war. He came back. Some people said he had shell shock, which he probably did.
I mean, yeah.
But he was found gravely injured on his farm in 1944. He was taken to the hospital, but he died without ever regaining consciousness.
Uh-oh.
He was found by his brother, and apparently they found him collapsed, and with a neighbor, the brother William picked up a gun from under a chair in the parlor, discharged it, and then put it in a drawer in the bedroom without telling the authorities.
What?
I mean,
I don't know.
He just picked up a gun, shot it?
Yeah,
and
why
then-
would he shoot it? I don't know what the
No
deal
idea.
of that is. There was an inquiry, and the coroner recorded an open verdict, but most people believed he had committed suicide.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
so
that's
his
what
grave injury was a bullet wound?
I don't know.
It must have been.
Yeah,
They probably just didn't want to rule it a suicide.
yeah, but people thought it was a suicide, so I don't know.
I don't
So
understand.
anyway.
Let's make it look like we killed him. Okay, good idea.
I know.
Go shoot the gun off.
I know. Or maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't understand why shoot the gun. Just pick it up, put it in a drawer if you're trying to hide the fact that your brother committed suicide. But whatever.
None of that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
Nope.
So by 1950, they basically had almost no contact with the outside world. And in July of that year, Jeannie died
Oh, bye, Jeannie.
of natural causes.
And Margaret kept her propped up in the chair for 7
Oh
years.
my God, in an attic.
No, it was midwinter. And
Kept her preserved, even
yeah,
better.
well, the
Well,
freezing
why not?
water meant that it took Margaret days of trying to get out to find help. And
When
eventually,
you start walking, it's too cold to go back. And
probably, or, it was freezing.
Like,
So it's kind of hard to wade through
Yeah.
chest deep, icy water.
I suppose.
So eventually, she waded through the swamp to get to some neighbors, the Buckleys, who were her only contact with the outside world. Bernard Buckley contacted the authorities, and 2 policemen, a doctor, and a coroner, and one of Buckley's sons had to wade through the swamp to retrieve
No
the body.
one has a freaking canoe. That is, I mean, come on, you guys.
I know.
People have boats. I know they're inland, but still.
Yeah.
Jesus.
a small little baby.
Anything. A dinghy, little fishing boat. People
Yeah.
fish.
Even just get
Okay.
some fucking logs, string them together, make a raft.
Gilligan's Island, this motherfucker.
Yes,
I mean, come on.
Well-
It's a bamboo raft.
I'm sad.
Nobody did that. By the time they arrived, it was dark and Jeannie had been dead for some time. The return trip through the miles of swamp in the dark with Jeannie's putrefying body
Yo, them rats probably started eating too.
was probably not a lot of fun.
No. Or actually,
They probably
You have a story to tell. Let's just put it that way.
they did a puppet show with her.
They might have. They might have.
So after this, the story of the state of their property
Yeah.
and their poverty basically became a big story. They got a new neighbor and his wife, Stan Livingston, and his wife, Esme.
Oh.
They decided to befriend Margaret. Stanley reportedly had a hot temper. He was a former footballer. Footscray, whatever that is.
Footscray.
Yeah, foot, S-C-R-A-Y.
I don't
Is that a
understand.
position or
Probably.
I don't know the
I don't know.
context that you
Just call it a midfielder.
I didn't look
You
it
say
up.
he's a former footballer and then said Footscray. I don't know. What does that mean? What do you say?
He's a former Footscray footballer.
Oh, okay.
Is it a team name maybe? I don't know.
No idea.
Australians,
I'll look it up.
let
Tell
us
me.
know. But they had purchased a small farm nearby, And they would take Margaret shopping, and they would bring her over for meals. Doesn't say how they were traversing through the swampy swamp to get
It's
to her.
it's an area around Melbourne.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
that's where he played his football.
So it's probably for that team, right? Team
Let's
for
go with
that
that.
area.
Team that area. That's actually oddly that's their name.
What
A team for that
area?
area. Team for that area.
She's angry.
Stan would even take Margaret to visit her sister Anna and nephew Clement.
So he'd wade through the water with her, or did he actually have a boat?
I don't know. Doesn't say.
First person I saw with a boat at this point.
I already said it didn't say how they got through the swamp.
I feel strongly about this.
I
I
know.
want him to have a boat.
Well, on one of these visits, when Stan took Margaret to see Anna and Clement, there was an altercation between Stan and Clement, and Stan punched Clement in the jaw.
Wait, how old? Isn't Clement like the
wait a minute.
nephew?
Clement must,
He's a nephew, but he's probably older by now.
yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Old.
I mean,
He's
more
14.
than 50.
Good enough to get clocked.
Why is he more than 50?
Because wasn't he born? Oh no, I guess he's not. He's just
Whoa.
probably like 40
Quick math.
or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Still.
Margaret would still go to see Anna, but at one point she stated that she was very unhappy in the city and just wanted to go back to Tuileries and her little dog Dingo.
Dingo.
And the rats and the snakes and the
Yeah.
island mansion and the wading through water to go to the store.
Yep.
That whole she
Where-
missed that lifestyle.
Where
Yeah.
did they poop?
They had a bathroom.
They had, yeah.
Did it
They probably had a
work?
privy.
Yeah, I don't
my
know. I would imagine it had been
An outhouse.
updated.
No, it was a 14-story mansion built
bit.
in the 20th century, right?
They bought it in 1907,
Yeah.
I could believe it had indoor plumbing.
and it
but-
already
Sure.
existed.
Yeah.
So, no, it was built in the 19th century.
Well,
But like
but-
post swamp reclamation,
Yeah.
did
Was
the
it
plumbing
still working?
I don't know. I
We
don't-
need to find these plumbing questions,
They
Carrie.
were probably
They
they,
were-
probably smell bad. That's what
You
I'm
said it was
saying.
a 14-room mansion. They probably had one room just for the poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
yep,
should
yep,
not go
yep.
back.
Yep.
I
Just
don't
a
think
bunch.
she should go back.
I think she'd just
I
go
think-
anywhere but back.
She'd be shocked at the poopy smell. I
Yes.
think maybe she was nose blind.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We've got a whole backstory for her now. A different one. too.
Apparently. Well, Flora was still alive. She's the oldest
Oh,
wow.
sister.
my
And-
fears are gone.
And she had daughters, the nieces. So Margaret named these nieces and Clement in her will.
So all these other,
They got the
Wait.
treasures of Tuileries.
yeah, all these other siblings seem to be doing okay, more or less. These are just the two stupidest sisters
Yes.
in the family who
Correct.
ran that into the ground
Yeah.
and spent all the money stupidly. And, okay.
Yeah.
And became swamp women.
The brothers died because war and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the other sisters
Because war.
got married and lived normal lives,
Didn't
as far as
live
I
in
can
piles
tell.
of shit.
Yes. Didn't
Yeah.
live with snakes and rats and in a
Swamp
moat.
hermit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Let their houses be connected to land.
That was their one
Yeah.
rule they had.
Well, in a complicated legal move, Stan Livingston,
Oh,
the
my
neighbor who he had a hot temper
Yeah.
but was taking care of Margaret,
Uh-huh.
he arranged for the removal of the caveat on Tuileries. I imagine,
Oh.
remember from one of those other mortgages that they did? So then
He's up to
Margaret,
no good.
correct.
He's a lawyer, right?
No, he had his lawyer do this.
Oh, okay.
He was the former footballer.
I know. I thought, who's the lawyer?
He had a small farm, so he was
Oh, the
basically
other
a
lawyer.
farmer.
Never mind.
No, I wasn't that the athletic
the-
figure.
I don't know.
That other guy.
The sporting identity.
Yeah, the sporting identity.
He's the one that
Nice.
owned Tuileries before them
Ugh.
Okay.
and
Got it.
found treasure and stuff. So Stan arranged for the removal of the caveat, and then he arranged for Margaret to sell the property to him and his wife.
She didn't know about it though.
No, she did.
What?
For £3,000. They also paid the mortgagee £12,500.
Damn.
So, so they basically paid £15,000 ish for it, and they had agreed to build a small cottage on the property for Margaret to keep living there because she didn't want to leave Tuileries, but she needed money.
So they're gonna try to drain it, get the drainage working, and reclaim it.
Yes.
Okay.
That same solicitor that arranged for all of this for the Livingstons also wrote a new will for Margaret, removing her nephew Clement and as her beneficiary, and just listed Flora's daughters, the nieces.
Shady.
Yep. She basically decided to spend all of her, she wanted to move into the little cottage and spend all of her time reading mystery novels and taking care of her little dog Dingo.
He's 37 by now. It's been a
I
while.
swear to God, yeah. She just keeps
Breed
having.
Dingo.
They're all different
Yeah,
dogs.
These are like this is her 8th dog named Dingo.
Well, so remember, Jeannie died in July of 1950. And then in March of 1952, Margaret's little dog Dingo was found dead.
No. He was
His-
only 39.
His throat had been bitten and
Whoa.
clawed out.
Whoa.
A
What do you
rat.
think did it?
2 months later,
Swamp
No,
rat.
not a rat.
Margaret just disappeared.
What?
She was last seen by Stanley Livingston on Thursday, May 22nd. And then on Sunday, May 25th, Stan reported her disappearance to the police.
So about 40 minutes in, we now know why this is a Weird World episode.
Yep.
Well,
So Margaret
the Swamp
disappeared.
Ladies is pretty weird
That's true.
too.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
So the next day, there were about 100 people, including police, neighbors,
Wow.
and a black tracker.
Oh,
It's what you think it
racist.
is.
Yes, I'm guessing an Aboriginal person.
Yes, who tracks.
Yeah, searching for her. Originally, they were afraid that she had collapsed and drowned while, walking through the swamp.
that's what I would think
Very
too.
reasonable.
Sad, but feasible.
That would be the first logical thing that I would assume.
The snakes,
She could have held out for a cottage and a canoe,
for real.
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
An aluminum fishing boat.
Well, I guess they did search the swamp and they were not able to find any trace of her body. They dragged the wells on the property and then started going out further, looking in the nearby farmland and creeks and rivers. They searched for months.
Jeez.
Damn.
Hundreds of people. No trace of her was ever found.
Where'd she go? Well, she got 8.
No.
She did.
Why do you think that?
Well, if her body's really out there in the wilderness, them scavengers
Yeah.
eat that shit
okay.
right up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dingoes. Were there
Scatters
dingoes
the
there, Dean?
bones.
Oh, just her little puppy who's dead.
Oh God, her 42-year-old puppy.
Well, her nephew Clement had no idea that he had been taken out of her will. And so after she disappeared, people found out that what the Livingstons had done, that they had bought Tuileries, and he had started legal proceedings or actually Clement did. He started legal proceedings to get that second will where he was taken out of it voided, and also to void the sale of the property, claiming that Stanley was taking advantage of her. That
Yeah, I mean, she was.
Which he
What
was.
was she born in 1870 something? Right? So
Yeah.
She's in her 70s,
yeah,
which back at that time was like the 90s nowadays.
Yeah.
yeah.
Really though,
She was born in 1881.
Oh, okay. So
So-
1952. Okay, so barely.
and she was
Yeah.
a weird swamp lady. She
was
was
a weird
desperate
swamp
for
lady.
money.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was taking advantage of her.
He
Yes, he
was
was.
taking advantage of her.
Goddamn
So-
footballer.
Clement's right. I mean, he don't necessarily have the most pure intentions, but he kind of right.
He retained a brilliant criminal defense lawyer, and he basically claimed undue influence and senility or insanity on Margaret's behalf.
There's some ammunition for that argument.
Yep.
Yeah.
The court cases went on for years and years, but one problem was Margaret hadn't been proclaimed dead. So I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is weird.
One little wrinkle. And her body
I mean,
was never found. In another twist, it turns out that Stan, remember he paid her, what,
3,000?
3,000 pounds? Apparently he had borrowed it back.
bitch.
So here's your money, give it back to me. Yep,
What a
That doesn't
douche.
make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. She desperately needed that money.
I know.
That's
He tricked her,
He-
obviously.
he
I
is-
mean, he could have told her all kinds of things. I'll take care of the money for you. I'll,
Yeah.
use it to. I mean, he was building the cottage for her, so he could have, said he was going to pay for her upkeep in the cottage or something. I don't know, but she was an old lady and
crazy.
had obviously shown no ability to take care of money and
No.
affairs on her
Yeah.
She
own.
had not ever.
So in 1955, the court ruled in favor of the later will, the one taking Clement out of it,
Oh.
and the Livingstons were declared the owners of the property.
55, you said? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Come on, Australia. He
Yeah.
probably bribed them.
So it took 3 years. In 1956, so 5 years after Margaret initially sold the property to the Livingstons, they sold it for £67,500.
Damn.
So he got it for $15,500.
That he actually never gave her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He paid $12,500 to the other mortgagee. So yeah.
Oh, the other mortgagee.
Yeah.
So, other words.
So he really only paid
some sense of what
$12,000,
money is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then they purchased other lands and basically became very wealthy. In 1992, Stan died a millionaire.
Wow.
And basically, he was able to become a millionaire because of what he did with Tuileries. Esme died a year later, and it was revealed after her death that she was very frightened of her husband
Shit.
and too scared to help the police with the investigation into Margaret's disappearance
You know
and
who would play him
probable
in the
death.
movie? Patrick Wilson.
Patrick Wilson.
Prop with an Australian accent.
Yes.
You could do it.
I was thinking, is his name Patrick Warburton?
Oh.
That's who I picture.
Really?
Why?
Really?
The tick?
Because he's kind of big, and he could play
Wilson's a big guy.
like
He
a
looks like a
mean
footballer.
footballer.
Yeah.
Tall.
We like Patrick Wilson better than Patrick Warburton. Are you serious?
Yeah, but Patrick Wilson
He's
is
Putty from
stereotype.
Seinfeld.
I know.
No. Absolutely
He's
terrible.
Joe from
That's
America.
why you're not a caster.
Neither are you.
Well,
Ooh.
Hate to break it to
She
you.
has a
Right in
point
the
there.
hurts. You know he's wanted to be a casting director his whole life.
ruin my dream.
Anna, the youngest, was the last of the Clement siblings alive. She died in 1961, and her son Clement died in 1982. He never got married. In 19
Gay.
Yeah. Pretty clearly.
I wonder why Margaret and Jeannie never got married.
Lesbian.
Obviously. Let's just say again, they did a lot of candle shopping in Vermont and leave it at that.
They had Birkenstocks.
Well,
Enough said.
how come they never found any companions then?
Carrie.
They were
this is
swamp
time.
women.
Yeah.
Swamp
Well,
women.
they-
They're not super attractive on Tinder.
When they
Yeah.
had money, they were traipsing about all over
They
the
probably
place.
had
don't know what
plenty of
they was
ladies,
doing.
Carrie.
I
Plenty
know.
of ladies. Those servants, they also had lady servants. I rest my case.
Yeah, the
Well.
manservants was just a beard.
That was.
They
were
should have
both-
brought some home with
Market.
them that would have been willing to take care of them
Yeah,
then.
somebody with some money sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, in 1978, human bones were found in a shallow grave at Venus Bay, wherever that is.
Sharp left her.
It was a huge turn, Carrie. And by the way, let's talk about shopping and on to human bones being found.
Well,
A shallow grave.
yep. They
What was
were
it called?
Venus Bay.
Venus. I like the name.
That is
Okay.
a good name for a bay.
It's in
That's
Australia.
pretty.
Okay,
like,
that's pretty. That's a
The
That
only
actually-
thing more
yeah.
lesbian is you was fucking Lesbos.
yeah, Jesus
yeah,
Christ. Lime
yeah.
with Sarah. Let's go.
So Wide Bay and Township on the east coast of Victoria, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The remains were identified as female, but could not conclusively be identified as belonging to Margaret.
Come on. We know. You know what's going on. We're not stupid.
Well, they're just bones.
You know what's happening here.
There were some reports that the land where they were found was at one time leased by Stan Livingston for grazing
God.
cattle.
Girl, that sounds like some urban legend.
But
hokery.
that's kind of like a rumor. Then in 1979, a lace shawl, a lady's handbag, and some coins were found in the same general vicinity. They all dated from before 1952, but again, they were never proved to belong to Margaret Clement.
Yeah, would a lace shawl survive
From
that
52
long?
to
30 years.
78.
But did it get there? In
Lace?
79.
26, 79, 26, 27 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Honestly?
longer. It got there
I
at
have,
52?
I have no idea.
Well, if
Okay,
they
never
belonged to her.
Yeah. She
Okay,
Then,
I
yeah.
thought she
52.
disappeared sooner.
No, yeah, she did. It was 52.
You're thinking of Dingo.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Dingo ate my
Dingo.
babe.
But then further studies of the skull that was found.
No, don't ruin it for us.
Well, they suggested that the wear on the teeth indicate that the skeleton is that of an Aboriginal woman.
Huh.
I don't
So-
The skeleton. First of all, you said skeleton. Second of all, I don't know. They could never.
because the teeth were worn in such a way that a white woman would not have had.
Beans and bread don't wear down your teeth in the same
know,
way.
but
Yeah.
Really?
What's
Well,
special about
I
the-
imagine people in Australia,
The people who are
I
doing
would
look
this
at skulls.
analysis-
I wonder
and
what it
teeth.
is that makes their teeth different.
Probably plants.
What?
Okay.
But like they're the same.
You're not a dentist.
No, I suppose not.
Like they live
A
in the same
forensic
area.
dentist.
Yeah.
So anyway, to this date, there have been no
Arrest?
remains found
Oh.
or arrests. So the two main suspects
Well,
in the disappearance of Margaret were, who do you guys think?
Patriarch.
Steven. What's his name?
Peter
Livingston.
long dead.
Stanley.
Dingo.
And who's the other logical one?
Esme.
No,
Oh, the
Girl power.
her nephew. Her nephew Clement.
You think Clement?
Why
did-
would
oh,
he-
I see.
what-
Oh,
Because-
he was
Get
double
icy.
crossed by
Yeah, to-
Stanley. Is that what he?
Well, no, because
Not
he didn't know
independent.
that
Oh, he didn't know.
Yeah.
Because Stanley's
Right.
plan
Stanley-
was completely
He didn't
fucking
know.
him
Yeah,
over.
that's right.
Stanley did it all in the
Okay,
background.
Okay.
He said sneak, sneak.
Yep. Neither one of them were ever formally charged
Stanley
with.
makes way more sense.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, there was also a theory that there was still gold hidden on the property,
Ooh, drain the
although
swamp, find the
who
gold.
knows?
That's
Obvi-
what Trump meant when he said drain the
Yeah.
swamp. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's the most corrupt president in the history of the United States, so he must have meant something else.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I think
that's
he meant Australia, and he meant how to find out the murder
Of Margaret Clement?
That's my
Yeah,
theory.
sure.
Oh my
I
God.
don't think he knows what metaphors are.
No,
So I don't think
he's
he.
not.
I legitimately believe he literally meant
Yes.
draining a swamp.
He thought
like,
that Washington,
damn.
D.C. was still a swampy area, and he thought,
He was
well,
confused when he got there.
he was.
Yeah.
There's got to be gold under there.
It's a little muggy.
So, anyway, there's obviously the theory that she was killed by snakes or rodents.
Well,
I
okay,
buy
and
that
they
theory.
completely consumed her.
In like the matter of the time
on.
it took for them to get back.
Well,
single bone.
here's the
In
thing.
3 days. He said 3 days.
Could they have searched every inch of that swamp around their
Probably.
house? She could still be under there.
Yeah, I think
Well-
she's more likely to be in Venus Bay.
I was just reading a thing where this guy who
No.
he was he committed suicide next to his house, and they like searched everywhere by his house, and he was just found like last week.
Really?
And his
Huh.
body been missing. I think since he went missing. He's been a missing person since like 2012
Well,
or something
that's
like
because
that.
they had the blind choir try to find
That was
him.
a bad idea. Yeah, yeah.
They said, well, apparently his body was found after some rain.
Okay.
Well, the most important clue turned out to be her walking stick.
Of course, of course.
She never
And they
went
found the
outside
walking stick.
without it, and it was found in the house.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
She was taken away.
She was murdered.
So that means wherever she went, she was taken there.
Hmm.
She didn't go there on her own. So they did question the Livingstons closely. Stanley, of course, accused Margaret's nephew, Clement. And, of course, Clement accused the Livingstons. In 1980, there was a coronial inquiry, and it was an open finding. Nothing came of it.
Okay.
They didn't solve it.
Our official finding is.
I don't know.
Not sure.
Later, 4 people came forward independently of each other and told of separate conversations that they had had in the past with Esme, where she told them of her suspicion that her husband, Stanley, had killed Margaret.
She knew. That's why he killed her too.
But she was afraid. Well, she died a
She
year
died, I don't
after
know.
him.
Diabolical.
But that's right.
And she said she was afraid of him. So that's why she didn't cooperate with the police and tell them anything. So one woman said that she had become friends with Esme in 1971. And one day she came to see her, and she could see that Esme had been drinking. And she said something like, "Stan's going to get rid of me, and I don't know what to do."
See?
She said that at Tuileries, Stan used to leave her and sleep with the old lady,
Oh my God.
Come
So he could
on.
kill her?
and that this had upset her greatly.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
For a lot of reasons.
That's gross.
And she said that Stan had been standing over the old lady until she would sign some document,
Yeah.
the will, the
Mortgage. shit.
sale of, deed
Yeah.
of sale of the
Yeah.
property and all that kind of stuff. Esme said she finally signed under threats of being shot.
Jesus.
And that's when she disappeared. shortly after that.
Esme said that Margaret finally signed under threats of being
Yes.
shot. Okay.
Yes. Esme said that Stan paid 2 men from Melbourne $1,000 to get rid of her body.
There you go.
She didn't say
I
how
mean-
Margaret was actually killed, but seemed to point at Stan since he had gotten the property,
Yeah.
wanted her out of the way. Why, though? Put her up in the cottage.
Just
know?
get her
Well,
out of
because
the way.
then maybe she rewrites the will
Buy her
Right.
another little dingo dog.
to go to Clement, right? And he
It
can't
seems
have
like
that.
you already have her pretty much wrapped around your finger.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
get
but
her to do whatever you want.
If she does will and write a will and give it to Clement, Clement is someone who could take that land from you.
Yes, but here's the thing. She's an old lady. At some point, she's not going to be able to trudge through the swamp anymore, and nobody's coming to visit her.
Carrie, it's called cleaning up the details. All
Okay.
right. He had a sense of job completion. You know, when I applaud him.
No, I think he's more just a little bit of a crazy psychopath.
Yeah. I mean, clearly he just wanted her out of the
And
way.
also, she
but-
could
Shit.
tell someone, I signed this under threat of death. He can't
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was, I mean, he could have controlled who had access to her.
So you have to worry about that for years. Screw
Well,
that. You kill her.
You sound like you're on his side.
I know.
You're on his side, but that decision, it was actually pretty obvious.
Clear
Yeah.
motive.
His motive is
Well, he
Yeah.
did.
Clear motive.
He did get away with it, didn't he?
little
And
rude.
Esme also said that he was very violent and he did beat her too. So, of course, like I said earlier, Stanley died a millionaire in 1993. He had
The worst.
drained the swamp at Tuileries and returned it to profitability.
So if he drained the swamp, safe to assume her body's not in the swamp.
Yeah, I'm sure he
'Cause
had
he wouldn't drain it
The
even
Melbourne
years
hit
in.
people took her somewhere far away. I'm sure that's part of the
yeah.
1,000
Yeah.
pounds
Yep.
or dollars, whatever it was.
So in 1964, after draining the swamp and making things profitable again, he sold it for $250,000, 10 times what he paid for it.
So we think the previous sale in 1955 was probably a portion of
The lands,
land.
maybe.
Yeah, it must have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah. So anyway, he died of a heart attack.
Not painful
Not
enough.
painful enough.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. So one former Victoria Police Deputy Commissioner and ex-homicide squad head by the name of Paul DeLeonis.
That was a lot of title.
That was.
Well, he basically says that what happened to Margaret is not a mystery. I
Yeah.
mean, he basically believes that Mr. Livingston was behind it all.
Yeah.
I think I'm with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said
I
he had
do
the
too.
motive. He wanted to take over the property. There were a lot of arguments and legal cases going on.
I wonder
So-
if he said she became notorious.
Like infamous in the community.
Yeah, and so did he find out about it? In other words, did he move in next
Oh.
door with malice forethought? I'm going to take this
Honestly?
old lady's property. That property is very valuable once I'm able to drain it and get it back in working condition.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's very possible because, I imagine that Jeannie and Margaret, and probably the whole Clement family was very well known.
Yeah.
We said that
In the
that
area,
once
so-
their predicament was known,
Yeah.
they became kind
The
of
ladies of
locally
the swamp.
famous.
the ladies
Yeah.
of this.
Honestly, I don't know.
I wouldn't be
Timing
surprised
wise. Yeah, could very well be.
because he didn't move until like around 50ish.
Because they already
1950,
were, yeah,
plus or minus.
yeah. It seems like it was after Jeannie
Yeah.
died.
And
Yeah.
after they were famous.
Yeah,
At
Yep.
least to some degree. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Probably.
Yes.
Can't
he
trust
may
nobody.
even had a solicitor look into the state of their affairs.
mortgages and stuff on her
mortgages and stuff,
property.
and realized, okay, these guys are ripe.
Yep. And it didn't say anywhere if Stanley and Esme had children. So
Sounds like they
Man.
didn't.
he died a millionaire. So what happened to?
Well, she died about a year after him.
Yeah.
Right? So she had it for a short time,
Yeah.
and then she
So
gave
anyway,
it away to the ASPCA, the Australian Society for the Prevention of Cruelty
said-
to Dingoes.
Here you go, Sarah. Sing about that.
Yeah. That's what we think.
So anyway, that's the story of the Swamp Sisters,
Wow.
Jeannie and Margaret Clement.
Swamp Sisters.
Swamp Sisters.
Yep.
Robots in disguise.
I don't think that's where that's from. Well, thank you, Carrie.
Yeah, I didn't see that a movie had been made about it, but I want to see.
Does
We're
anybody
gonna make it.
Anybody think that it wasn't? Anybody think it was Clement?
No, I don't think it was Clement.
Anybody think it was the ghost of Jeannie? No.
I
no
think it
one's-
was the ghost of Jeannie along with an army of rats and snakes.
Yeah,
She was like,
they
"You
carried
left
her
me."
away. They carried the body away after the ghost of Jeannie killed her.
She said, "You ain't gonna need no walking stick where we're going. Let's go.
Okay, Carrie.
Have fun."
Sad.
Thank you for that. It is sad, but I'm not saying they deserved it,
No,
But
of course they didn't deserve it.
None of that had to happen to them. They
No,
took
I
a little bit
know.
of responsibility for themselves.
I
Like,
don't really feel bad for rich people.
If they had not bought a house on a reclaimed swamp, if they had just bought a house in town.
or if they had just maintained the drainage.
Yeah, but that's hard.
You want to live on Tuileries.
Way easier to just buy a house in
It
town.
was perfectly.
Yeah,
It was
I
not that
guess.
hard. It was easy to do. You just had to do it.
Or just hire people to do it, and
Yeah,
you buy
which is what they
smart
should've
about
done.
it.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of,
But they
It's-
didn't.
It's Peter's fault for getting married and moving away.
There you go.
If he had
There
stayed
you go.
there to take care of stuff for them.
completely his fault.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Carrie.
You're welcome.
Tell me where they can find us.
Weird World Podcast at Gmail and Facebook and Instagram, and Weird World Pod on Twitter. Oh, and also Weird World Podcast on Patreon.
Thank you.
If you're a millionaire and want to give us some of your money.
Yeah, give us money.
The only smart thing you can do as a rich person is get rid of your money
Okay.
Or use it for good.
by getting rid of it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks
See
for
you next
listening,
time.
everybody.
See ya.
Goodbye.